asked to speak today about Lyme, not only because I'm a family physician and I specialize in osteopathic medicine. I've been practicing for about 20 years. I practice here in New Jersey and in New York City. And I was asked to come and speak about Lyme today, not only because of that I treat patients in my practice, but also because of a very personal experience that I had 3.5 years ago when my son was affected by Lyme. Let's see if this works. We got it. Plug that in. And we'll see a picture of my son in a second. Here we go. It'll come back up. There we go. So I'll take you back now. Ready? Early in the summer of 2016, my son was 6 years old. And he's your typical 6-year-old boy, super active, always on the go, playing sports all the time. Then one day, at night actually, he just got up and just would start wandering uncomfortably around the house. Not really asleep, not really awake, kind of moaning, complaining. In the morning, the sheets, his clothes completely soaked wet. He would get fevers that would come and go, low-grade fevers. He would have joint pain, neck pain, back pain. His legs hurt, and nothing really stayed consistent except for those symptoms at night. Every single night it went on. It got to the point where he was in so much pain that we'd go to the beach and he couldn't walk. I'd have to carry him from the car, put him in a chair. I'd have to carry him from the chair, put him in the pool. He'd swim in the pool, couldn't get out of the pool. I'd have to carry him, put him on a blanket. So, at this time, I really hadn't studied Lyme very much, so I didn't know what to think. I was thinking, well, maybe it's growing pains, maybe he's sore from all the activity, maybe it's some summer virus he's got. So then one day he woke up and the knee pain was so bad and his knee was swollen and hot and red. So I said, okay, we got to go get an x-ray. You may have heard it playing, basketball or something like that. So we go get the x-ray. In the x-ray place, they tell me the knee looks perfect on the x-ray. That's when I first thought, this might be Lyme. We take him in, we get the blood work done, and luckily, glaringly positive across all the bands. I mean, there was a slam dunk case of Lyme. Now the next question is how to treat it. So I called a bunch of colleagues of mine, and I spoke to them about what to do, about what antibiotics to go on, what herbal medicines to take, a whole slew of stuff. We went to a local doc who knew a lot about Lyme and treated a full practice of Lyme patients. She agreed with a lot of what we decided, and we started 2 antibiotics, we started a bunch of different herbal medicines, and within 2 days, all the symptoms resolved. We kept them on the medicines, not just for 2 or 3 weeks that the CDC recommends, but a full 3 months of treatment. And I'll talk to you in a little bit about why it's important to go long. 3 months of treatment, stop the antibiotics. In 2 days, all the symptoms came back. Everything returned. The night sweats returned, the wandering, the joint pain came back. So immediately we put them right back on the medicines, the antibiotics again, switch them up a little bit, and more herbal medicines right back. This time we went another 3 months. At the end of the 3 months, rather than just stopping, I spent a few more weeks tapering off the antibiotics. So now about 3 weeks to taper off the antibiotics, and I continued giving all the herbal medicines and this immune support for a full year after stopping. And luckily, he is still without the symptoms of Lyme. Now, it's important as an osteopathic physician to know, knowing my child was going to be on antibiotics for months and months at a time was not the easiest thing to hear. Osteopathy, as its founding principles, is that our bodies are self-regulating, self-healing systems. So we don't need, I work very hard to go off of medicines and not go on, avoid surgeries, things like that. But it was impressed upon me that in the majority of, or most cases, early diagnosis, as early as you can, and severe symptoms, antibiotics are the best bet at getting the disease under control. So, take-home message number 1, think Lyme. Symptoms come up, diverse symptoms, you want to be thinking Lyme. These are corkscrew, twisty bacteria, and they're very tricky. They're very difficult bacteria. They don't like, it's not easy to culture them in the mouth, in saliva, or blood, like strep, we're familiar with. These bacteria like to hide out. They don't spend time in the blood. They like to hide out in areas of the body that don't have a very big immune response. They hide out in the brain and the spinal fluid and the eyes. They hide out in joint spaces. They hide out in little areas of the gut. Okay, so it makes finding them, makes diagnosis very difficult. It's not an easy blood test. It also makes treating them somewhat difficult too, because you don't have that circulation that's passing through when you're giving all the time. So this is a picture of a deer tick, also known as a black-legged tick. And same thing, these ticks don't wave big flags and say, hey, here I am. Okay? In fact, what you're most likely to try to look at, and I don't know if anyone really carries a dime around anymore, but you can see how small that larval form is of the tick. This is how they are, and you can see the life cycle. When in the summer, when we spend most of our time outside, this is the size that we're looking for. So, take-home message number 1, think Lyme. Take-home message number 2, prevention, prevention, prevention. Okay? As difficult as this might be to look for every day that you're outside playing, from spring through the end of fall, do tick checks. You have yourself you look at, you look at your kids, you look at your spouse, you look at your dogs, your animals that go outside. You want to try to find these things and get rid of them before it becomes an issue. Another big problem, the deer. It's called the deer tick. Oh, we can look at the deer and say, oh, how lovely the deer. And then we realize actually they're carrying a lot of disease and they're kind of nasty. So we put fences up to keep the deer out. But the truth is, it's not just the deer. Deer have a bad rap because they're so big, they have so many ticks on them. But animals like fox and raccoons and squirrels and chipmunks and mice, they're all carrying ticks too. And even more difficult than keeping them out are the birds. You know, you're not going to put yourself in here, right? So all these animals are hosts for these ticks. All right, so we have this bullseye rash, right? Erythema migrans, that's what it's called. And that's pretty slam dunk. This picture on the left is a rash of someone who has Lyme. But the tricky part about it is less than half of the people that have Lyme ever present with a rash. So you can't use that as diagnostic, slam dunk either. My son never had a rash. We never found a tick on my son. This one on the right, this is a picture of a patient I saw about a month and a half ago who mom brought him in. He had a tick bite on the leg, bullseye rash. I said, oh, slam dunk, Lyme case. He came in, we did some blood tests, started treating, right? Blood test comes back, no Lyme. So then I did further research and I realized, well, there are all kinds of things that can cause a bullseye rash. So now you have cases where if you have a bullseye rash, it might not be Lyme, and if you don't have a bullseye rash, it very well might be. So again, these are just more tools we have to take a look at this stuff. And it's another tip number 3, recognize the diversity of symptoms that might be to think Lyme. All right, treatment. So, as I said before, if you caught it early and it's a diagnostic case, you have the blood work, you have all that understanding that it is Lyme, once again, in most cases, antibiotics are the mainstay of treatment to help prevent transition into a different phase of Lyme. And I always say that there are 2 phases of Lyme. There's that case like strep, where it's an infection, and you treat it with antibiotics, and in a few weeks or a few months, it goes away. But if you don't catch it early, if detection, if diagnosis is delayed, and treatment, as a result, treatment is delayed or inadequate, the CDC recommends 2 to 3 weeks of antibiotics. For all kinds of reasons that we can talk about later, that's not appropriate and it's not adequate most of the time. It needs to go longer. That has to do with the life cycle of the Borrelia. We'll talk about it in time. So antibiotics are a mainstay. And the 2 phases of Lyme are that acute infection like strep, you treat it, it's gone. But then, like I said, delayed treatment, delayed diagnosis, it can transition into a more chronic illness, something more like cancer that can kind of disappear for a few months, a few years, but you never know when that's going to rear up again. All right? And that gets us into talking about some of these plant-based medicines. So essential oils, we have a bunch of herbal tinctures that are very effective at treatment of not only Lyme, especially in its chronic stage, but a lot of chronic illness. And the reason for this is these herbal medicines are not only bactericidal, not only antimicrobial, but they also help support our body's immune system. Okay, so that's a very important piece, because when it comes to chronic illness, it's as much or more about supporting the immune system as it is about fighting and destroying the disease or bacteria. There's a study of medicine now, and a lot of scientific research towards immunotherapy. It's a very hot topic now in medicine. And what it is it's harnessing the body's own immune system to help fight disease. And they're looking at things like cancer, traumatic brain injury, MS, and Alzheimer's dementia. So, since my son's diagnosis, I've kind of thrown myself into this Lyme world. I go to conferences all the time, and one of the things I love about going to these conferences is what a kind of a great sense of community we have. Like groups like iLads and Lyme Mind, we do a lot. All these researchers. So this is the most. Well, that's like nicely. This is the most up-to-date. 1 month ago, I went to a conference researched by this Dr. Ying Zhang. He's a microbiologist and immunologist from Johns Hopkins. And he's like a rock star in the Lyme world. He's spoken at almost every conference I've been to for the last 3-4 years. His main area of research is on the persisters, the bacteria that doesn't get destroyed right away, and how best to treat them later on in a more chronic case. And what he's been presenting his research from the beginning is with antibiotics. It's always about antibiotics. About a year ago, a couple of us clinicians went up to him and we said, hey, listen, we're getting really good results with these herbal medicines and these essential oils. We would love to see a comparison, apples to apples, between your antibiotics and the essential oils we use. So this was the most recent thing he showed. Now, I want to draw your attention to this line. The 3-drug combo, dapsone, doxycycline, and cefuroxime, okay? And it shows very good coverage. 18% of the bugs are left after treating. Now understand, when you break those 3 out individually, they don't have nearly the success of the 18%. So what he did was he did 100 different essential oils, and he listed the top performers here. Now again, the same thing. If you use them in combination, they're even better. But what you can see is that a lot of these herbals, a lot of these plant-based medicines are as good, if not better, than the 3-drug antibiotic combination of destroying this bacteria. Then I looked at it, and in the spirit of this Reform conference, having to do food for medicine, food, eating for life, I looked at the ones over here, and I looked at this list. I like to eat, I like to cook. So I read this almost as an ingredients list, right? I looked at oregano, cinnamon, clove, garlic, allspice, cumin, thyme. And I thought to myself, these foods in combination are used throughout a lot of the traditional cultures around the world. So in India, you have curries. Look at these ingredients list, right? Garlic, cinnamon, clove, cardamom, cumin. Mexican mole sauce, garlic, thyme, cumin, cinnamon, clove, allspice. Jamaican jerk sauce, same thing, garlic, chilies, allspice, thyme, cinnamon. So these cultures around the world, and remember, this is in combination, using all of these herbs together. Okay? So what this is seeing and being in harmony, being in connection with their environment, the plants that have grown out of that soil, keeping people in connection, keeping that balance between the human body and the environment, the bugs that are growing out there, and how these plants function to keep everything in check so our immune system can function and the bugs don't overwhelm us. And this is a really important piece to bring in when it comes to food and plants as our medicine. So these are our resources. Okay? This is what a healthy immune system thrives on. Being active during the day, right? Engaging, interacting with our environment, getting enough sleep at night. At night, that's when our nervous system, our immune system, our gut function gets restored and replenished. Drinking plenty of water. You want every cell in your body to have that freedom to use the nutrients that you're providing it and to get rid of its waste. And then food. rich food as fuel for your body and food as medicine. It's been thousands of years and it's still fundamental in the treatment and in our health prevention of both acute and chronic illness. So I've been treating patients for decades that have Lyme and chronic illness before I knew anything about Lyme. The reason for this is that other physicians and patients and their families knew how well osteopathy and osteopathic medicine helps support these patients with chronic illness. So osteopathy is about seeing the body in its wholeness, all right? A single unit of function towards health. So all those things, the nervous system, the immune system, gut function, the food we eat, how well we sleep, how active we are, move during the day, all those things contribute to the single expression of life and health. So it's important to understand this in all people, and it's especially important to understand in patients with chronic disease and Lyme. Thank you for your time. And I'm happy to stay and answer any questions. I think the next